Every new Fortnite season releases one new skin that takes the crown for the sweatiest, and it looks like in Season 8 that skin is Scalera, aka the Skull Trooper Renegade Raider. Feels like the meta of tryhard skins changes all the time, so today we find the absolute saltiest, sweatiest, hands covered in grease from McDonald's skin, starting with one that's only slightly tryhard, Harmonizer. Just a few months ago, Epic dropped the Harmonizer skin, and when pros like Sway got their hands on her, they showed exactly why everyone is rushing to get her in the locker.
Boom. Bam. Bop.
Usually it's not often you see a brand new skin becoming sweaty so quickly, which is why a lot of players found it pretty shocking to see Harmonizer blow up. But of course, you can't forget the OGs, to no surprise still making the list, Aura. Probably one of the sweatiest Fortnite skins that has ever lived. You can see her everywhere, and she's been the face of pro players for years now. She was only 800 V-Bucks when she came out and causes nerve damage in hands with how hard Aura players crank 90s. I mean, it's no wonder that people like Stretch made her go viral with plays like this.
No, don't do it! No! No!
I mean, you just can't ignore how sweaty they are, and the same can be said for Siren. The Siren came out last year, and since then a lot of sweats have taken to using her. She is loved by a lot of people, and if you come across a tryhard in a match, they'll probably be wearing Siren. But the most famous player who uses Siren is definitely Benjyfishy, and he never fails to show us just how cracked he could be.
What is happening?
She is so sweaty that Benjyfishy, who we all know for wearing fish stick, has included almost nothing but Siren in his thumbnails for months. And while Siren is insane, it's time to put our attention on Focus. And in fact, here's Reek going head to head against a Siren and more. And let me tell you, he does not disappoint. When Focus first dropped, I don't think anyone expected her to become as popular with pro players as she did. And it's hard to find an exact reason why people like her, but a pattern with sweaty skins is that they're usually slim, hard to spot from far away, and look great in the process. So it does check all the boxes, but even Focus isn't as famous as this next skin. Of course, I'm talking about Crystal, who's used worldwide by some of the most famous Fortnite pros on the planet right now. She is everywhere, from YouTube thumbnails to Twitch highlights. You literally cannot miss her. But part of the reason why she is so popular is because of one person, the World Cup champion Bugha, and I'm not really surprised with plays like this.
Bruh.
And other pros who went nuts with Crystal were people like Scoped, but almost 2 years ago he settled down and made a different skin, which also falls on our list, and of course that person is Manic. And this is practically the face of Scope's channel, and because of her popularity blowing up through this, it's hard to not get killed by a sweaty Manic every so often. It's kind of just a part of Fortnite now, and it's all thanks to Scoped. To this day, he makes her sweatier and sweatier.
Oh, 100? Nice.
130? I'm getting named.
Let's go, boss.
And if we're talking about newer skins though, then Season 8's Battle Pass has brought us one of the coolest outfits in a long time, and pros are going nuts over her. And by now, you probably figured out that I'm referring to Charlotte, who is quickly becoming one of the sweatiest skins of 2021. She's also a Battle Pass skin, so if you're a sweat and need a new main, you best get her while you can. And those who already have her, like Sway, have been dominating the field.
Come on, no!
And now it's time to turn from the Battle Pass and go to collabs, because even Fortnite collabs are becoming sweaty. And no, I'm not talking about like Predator or something. It's a skin that's way less surprising, and that's Modena. She was an uncommon skin that came out with the Ferrari set in Season 7. For a collab, she is surprisingly not over the top or something ridiculous that you can spot from miles away, which is why sweats love her. If you go into a match of Fortnite, especially Arena, there's a huge chance that some sweaty kids are going to be wearing the Ferrari set. They are super popular right now, and even Benjyfishy has been using her. But it is practically impossible to make a sweatiest skins list and not include a certain skin. By now, you probably clicked on this video knowing this one was going to appear, and well, of course, it's Dynamo. Yeah, even in 2021, Dynamo continues to be one of the sweatiest skins that Fortnite has ever seen. She was incredibly popular last year, and while some pros have moved on, the tryhard community will never let go, especially the man himself, Mitro. With there are skins out there that are even sweatier than Dynamo, and they'll probably be the sweatiest skins that Fortnite will ever have. Obviously, I'm talking about the soccer skins. Even in 2021, the soccer skin plague still exists, and thousands of arena sweats come into lobbies wearing these guys. Now, there are some actual great pro players who use the soccer skins in tournaments, but most sweats go super tryhard mode and regular modes with these guys. So luckily, Mongrel's here to show us how to actually use the soccer skins and look great while doing it.
Yeah, you're dead. Mum's life.
And things seem to get sweatier and sweatier as we move down this list though, because next up is a skin so popular with tryhards that you can actually smell the sweat through your screen, and that is Red Jade. Since she came out in 2019, Red Jade has been the face of Fortnite sweats, and she keeps getting used more and more. And when we say sweaty skins, it's not like they give you an advantage, but the pros make it look that way. I mean, just ask Unknown Army.
I have fight. I'm jumping on your guy. 50. Box.
No worries, I'm taking the notes. I'm gonna buy your DVD.
Oh my god, I'm crazy.
Epic doesn't even need to advertise item shop skins anymore. Just get some amazing players to go try hard with them and they will sell like hotcakes. I mean, Red Jade only costs 800 V-Bucks. No wonder why every arena kid is rushing to get their hands on her. And if we're speaking of free advertisement, then one of the most famous pros on the scene right now has made a certain skin very popular indeed. Naturally, we gotta bring up Clix and his main skin, Sparkplug. Now, she was originally just a cool skin that people loved until Clix came along and destroyed every single kid in his way, all while wearing Sparkplug. Since then, she has become the face of his channel, and everyone who wants to be as good as Clix has forked out the cash for Sparkplug as well. I mean, open up a match of Arena in 2021, you'll probably find dozens of Sparkplug. She's all over the place. There's only one person to blame, this guy. And a skin I think that absolutely no one expected to be sweaty was Dummy. And I mean, just look at him. If you told me he would be cranking 90s and winning tournaments, I'd laugh in your face. And yet he is everywhere right now. He only released in Season 3, and since then he has rose through the ranks to make it to the top 15 sweatiest skins of the year. Crazy stuff. So we have to bring it back to Benjyfishy because he really took this skin and ran with it.
Ow! I've ruined the clip. I've ruined the clip!
I mean, he's just so quick, I can't keep up. While a literal crash test dummy being sweaty was not on my 2021 bingo card, it's still more believable than people turning one of the biggest rappers in the world into an arena god. Turns out even Travis Scott has a sweaty skin now. Now, some people use him in tournaments because he's considered rare, and because he hasn't released since Astronomical, the demand for Travis Scott is through the roof. I mean, others just love his music, while a lot of people just like the skin. And when it comes to Mongrel, it doesn't matter why he wears Travis, because he clearly doesn't need to explain himself to anyone. And before we get to our #1 spot, we have a quick honorable mention, and that is Renegade Raider. Now, she's already a super sweaty skin, but in terms of this year, her hype has kind of died down a bit. And the reason we're including her, though, is because her new Skull Trooper mashup skin just released, and it's bound to be one of the sweatiest skins of all time. In fact, before yesterday, you could only get access to the skin by playing the late game arena LTM, and you had to get 10 kills. So if you came across one, you already know you're about to get paired up against a complete sweat. Now, luckily, anyone can get her now, but check out Clix doing this thing before she actually released.
Wow, holy
Oh my god, and finally, our #1 spotter, we have Tuna Fish. And trust me, I know, you wouldn't have bet on that being one of the sweatiest skins of the year, but surprisingly, this little cartoon fish stick has made waves in Fortnite this season. And with all the different styles, customizations, just the way he looks, I mean, pros love him. Even Lachlan has been pulling out tryhard moves.
Little X Games mode action.
And so the lesson that we learned from this video is sometimes to defeat the sweats, you have to become one. So I guess putting on Tuna Fish is probably the first step. And that's it for our sweatiest skins of 2021. It's Batami, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.